Now, we spoke to a financial analyst who gave his view on what the Nigerian government should do to steer the economy away from the recession. The analyst says Nigeria must go to the G20 summit with a plan to rebuild the economy. G20 leaders are due to meet in China very soon to discuss issues affecting not just the members but also the entire world. Nigeria would be hoping some positive things come out of the meeting that would help it to get back out of the recession.
This would have been something that would have been an opportunity for Nigeria if the Nigerian government was prepared. Now, what do I mean by this? What the Nigerian government needs to do to be prepared is that over a year that you have presided over an economy that you know is in crisis and that is in recession, what one expects is that by now you would have evolved and developed an economic recovery plan. So what would be expected the Nigerian government to take to the G20 summit, given the fact that Nigeria is opportuned to play a role there, is to have gone there with your economic recovery program plan and to say that these are the challenges of my economy, these are the things that we want to address in this economy over the next 3 years. This is the amount of money that we are looking for. This is the amount that we can raise on our own. This is the gap. This is the funding gap that we would require international development assistance support in order to achieve. That's what you need to do. Because otherwise, what is going to happen is simply a repeat of what happened last year. We will just go there with a shopping list, there will be a wish list of several things. But you know, a wish list is not a program, it's not an actionable program. So people will nod their head, they will concur with you, they will say, okay, oh yes, you need this. But you have not told them precisely what you need, how you need it. So you need to prioritize. So it is important for the government of Nigeria to get its acts together and actually evolve an economic recovery plan.
Another financial expert in Nigeria says an apparent disconnect between the fiscal and monetary policies in the country is the bane of economic growth and development. Eze Onyekbere disclosed this during an interview with journalists in Abuja on Thursday. He said the recession was because the Nigerian government had made no plans for an economic emergency.
The challenge with the budgeting process starts with the macroeconomic framework. Like I said, when you do overtly optimistic projections year after year, you have only 100 naira, which is the real money you have, and then you begin to assume you have 150. So at the end of the day, you are planning not based on evidence, and it's based on just some mindsets, on some whims and caprices of whoever is making the plan. And I specifically blame the legislature more in this regard, because by working with over-bloated figures, you know what they're doing? The power of appropriation belongs to the legislature. When you ask the executive to spend 150, while the money available is 100, you have donated the power of appropriation to them, because you can no longer hold them accountable. They now pick and choose what to expend based on available resources. And then, in our macroeconomic review, part of the challenge we see is that monetary policy is heading west, while fiscal policy is heading east. You cannot be having a contractionary monetary policy, trying to hedge in the economy, trying to mop up excess liquidity every time. At a point in time, the government is saying, running an expansionary, saying we want to run an expansionary fiscal policy. You want to spend your way out of a recession, while on the other side, the monetary policy is contractionary. So I wonder what happens at the economic management team between the managers of fiscal policy and between the managers of monetary policy. And that is the beginning of the crisis we are having in our economy. There is no harmony between these two key policies.